Are you aware of your social network? A social network is the group of people hanging out together, sharing their views and their opinions. You have to constantly, consciously develop your social network so that you are surrounded with good people. Let us talk about friendships. Suppose you are in trouble. You get into trouble on many occasions. You get into financial trouble. You get into a social relationship trouble. You get into your office trouble. We always try to do something good, but we are not aware sometimes what the consequences would be. And then when something comes like that, is there somebody to watch your back? Is there somebody who is ready to control the damage and start the rescue operation? You have to be surrounded with somebody like that. See, suppose let us talk about friendships. There are different kinds of friendships. If you are in this kind of trouble and then you tell them, some friends, what they'll tell is, you are a stupid person, that's why you got into the trouble. That's all they will say about that. And some people, what they do is, when you tell them about the trouble you are in, they will listen. And then what they say is that, I am in bigger trouble, yours is nothing. And they derail the topic. They derail that intensity of the trouble which you are explaining them, and they will not mind or even be aware that you are asking for help. They just derail that. They say, yes, I have done something worse, yours is nothing. At least these two people, they will listen. There are other kind of people, what they will do is, if they are in trouble, they just avoid you. But if you have done something successful, they will help you in celebrating that. That's all they do. And again, if you are in trouble, they are away from you. That is why it is very, very important with what kind of people you are surrounding yourself with. You have to surround yourself with the people who will facilitate in your development, who wants the best of you, who wants the best part out of you to come and encourage you to do that. That kind of friendships you have to maintain. There is a friend of mine whose father used to tell him, you fellow, be care of your friendships. Because when you are grown up, when you come into your position, these people, if they are not good, they will come to you. They will seek your association, and then you will be ashamed to have such kind of people in your company. So be careful when you are making your friendships. It depends, a lot depends. How you behave depends upon your friends. How you spend depends upon your friends. What kind of music you listen depends upon your friends. Whether you read books or not depends upon your friends. If your friends are doing all these things, you'll also do that. But if your friends are engaged in activities that are not very social, that are not very productive, that can bankrupt you, it can happen, because a great influence of your company is definitely on you. That's why you have to choose your friendships very carefully. I know many people where their own friends are jealous of themselves. They dig pits for their own friends because they are jealous. His friend is progressing and they themselves are not progressing. If such kind of friends are there, you have to check that and then be away from them. Suppose you find somebody who is not doing very well and who is indulging in unproductive things, you have to tell him, fellow, this is not the way to be, and you have to do certain things. You have to read the books, you have to work hard, you should have a timetable, and so that you can progress. And if he is not listening to you, and if he is doing the same old things and getting into trouble always and being unproductive always, it is your responsibility to be away from that person. You can tell him, okay, you be in your misery, but I am not going to be in this miserable state. If I am with you, I may end up in a miserable state, and you have to move on. And moreover, you have to make your network where there are good people around, where there are productive people around. So my dear friends, this day, the thought I want to leave with you is, check your social network. With this thought and on this note, this is Suraj signing out till we meet again.